Hi everyone, so while we're reviewing new features in FixPack 7 of Integration Bus, we thought today we'd talk to you about the Bluemix Containers service. We made an enhancement into the container service a few weeks ago, and here I've just clicked to create a container, and the enhancement is that now you will see IBM Integration Bus as one of the options for pre-canned Docker images that are created and populated into the container service registry. So what we're going to do here is, having selected IBM Integration Bus, we're going to create a container from that Docker image. And the first property that I need to provide that container is a very simple name. Having chosen the name, we're going to set several other basic properties and then instantiate this container and get it up and running within Bluemix. So having provided the name, the next choice that I'm going to be making here is around the container size. The different size classifications are basically built around different amounts of memory that are available for the container when it's running. The free service, which comes as part of a trial Bluemix account, entitles you to create a container up to the medium size of 2 gig of memory. You'll see there that I just selected a public IP address choice of requesting and binding a public IP address. That free service also allows you a couple of those IP addresses to try things out. You can see that Integration Bus has already been pre-configured with a couple of public ports as well. One of those is the administration port for the product, 4414, and another one is for HTTP traffic. So those are just very simple ones to get you up and running. You can of course specify your own ports which you'd like to expose from the Docker image. The next thing that we're going to do here in instantiating the container is to declare and add some environment variables. The purpose of the environment variables is really to interact with the Docker file and the associated shell scripts upon which this image is based. The first of these environment variables requires us to specify the value for a license to be accept. Essentially, the license that we provide here is an Integration Bus Developer Edition product, and by adding that environment variable, it shows that you accept our license terms that are associated with Developer Edition, which you can deploy free of charge. The next property that I'm setting here is the node name. So as part of instantiating this Docker container, we will be creating an Integration Bus node called testnode_ben in this example. And this next environment variable that I'm adding is the location of the log file within the Docker container that I would like to expose through the service, so you can view it within the grounds of the web user interface to the container service. Now, for all Integration Bus Linux editions, we basically populate the syslog file within /var/log by default, and that's the reason why I added it there in the log locations. Scrolling down, there are some other options around container pricing if you're looking to use our fee-paid service. But for the very simple one, you just click Create at the base there, and off you go, and we start creating that container. You'll see that to begin with, it's in a status of building. It does take a few seconds or maybe a minute or two to get the container up and running and deployed. It is actually quite a fast process, so we're viewing this in real time here. You'll notice that I've now got that public IP address that's popped up, and the status has gone to running. What I can do at this stage is obviously copy and paste that public IP address from the container details section. And if I use that in combination with the port 4414, which is the Integration Bus admin port, I can simply open up another web browser view here and get a web user interface that is showing me that the test node is running successfully within that Docker container. So that really concludes a very quick demonstration today. It shows you that Integration Bus is available within the container service inside Bluemix.